7 Powerful Lessons for Achieving Financial Independence. Knowing stuff isn't enough to generate breakthrough results in your financial success. What's required is a combination of knowledge, mindset, accountability, and support. After years of focus, work, and grit, we're well along the path from hardship to wealth. Here are 7 lessons I learned along the way, including some surprising ones, very different from conventional wisdom. 1. Set money aside routinely. After articulating your financial goals, you need to make a plan for how to achieve those goals, and identify the monthly amounts you need to set aside for each. Then, each month put aside money for short-term goals in safe places such as savings account, certificate of deposit, money market account, etc. For longer-term goals, invest the money based on your personal willingness to accept risk. However, note that if you don't want to risk any investment losses, you will forego the growth stocks can deliver and will need to set aside a lot more. 2. Budget intelligently. There are many ways your budgeting can fail. Note that successful budgeting isn't necessarily about cutting expenses, though that is an important tool at times. It's more about aligning your spending with your financial goals and priorities. Spending money to gain valuable new skills, or to outsource low-skill tasks to buy yourself time increases your net result. You should see such spending as an investment, rather than a cost to be cut. 3. Use debt, but never become its slave. Using credit cards to buy things you don't need with money you can't afford is a quick way into a debt spiral that can eviscerate your financial future. This is how you become a slave to your debt. Instead, use debt intelligently to invest in things that help you earn more, spend less, or both. For example, an education, appreciating assets, income-generating assets, and/or reducing your long-term costs. 4. Get a degree, but be smart about it. In some arenas, you don't need a college degree. Building a business in plumbing, roofing, carpentry, etc. is one example. If this is your path, you're better off spending 4 to 5 years and $100,000 to $250,000 growing your business than getting a degree. However, in many fields, an education opens doors and gives you knowledge, skills, tools, and networking connections that can provide a lifetime of increased income. Still, research shows that in most fields, 10 years post-graduation your results are almost independent of which school you attended. Thus, consider carefully if paying $70,000 a year for 4 to 5 years at an elite private school is a good investment. You may do better attending a good community college for 2 years, and then transferring to your state's university system. Your cost may be 75% lower, and your degree and education may well provide comparable long-term results. 5. Consider starting a business as soon as you can. Not everyone who drops out of college will go on to build the next Microsoft or Facebook. Graduating, gaining a few years of on-the-job experience, and building a professional network will improve your chance of success. Having said that, staying as an employee for your entire career will likely generate a far smaller lifetime financial result. Thus, if you have what it takes to take on the risk of starting a business, do it as soon as you can reasonably expect to succeed. 6. Diversification is good in income streams, not just investments. When you invest, it's a good idea to spread your investments across multiple assets and asset classes. This usually reduces volatility and risk while offering near comparable returns. The same holds true for income streams. Consider building multiple ways for money to flow into your accounts by building an investment portfolio, starting a side hustle, buying rental property, etc. However, keep in mind that adding income streams takes time and effort. Even after you set up a new stream, it takes time to manage. Thus, follow these guidelines. Only add income streams that provide a high enough return on time and money invested to justify the effort. Add one stream at a time so you don't get overwhelmed by the knowledge, skills, and experience you need to gain. Don't add more streams than you can manage in the time you're willing to devote to them. 7. Take time off to recharge, but don't just goof off. Taking time off periodically to rest and recharge is critical to avoid burnout. However, try to use such vacations to learn new things and broaden your experience. Also, keep your eyes and ears open for new opportunities. You might see how someone else's business in your industry does things differently. That might spark ideas on how you can make your own operation more efficient and effective, and thus more successful. Talk with people you meet. One of them might become your next mentor, partner, client, or business referral source. Overnight success is a myth. Financial and business success is a long road, with ups, downs, and pitfalls. Long-term, your success will depend on what you know, but more so on how you use what you know. It'll also depend on who you know. These are 7 lessons I learned along my own financial journey that may help make your journey smoother and more successful.